The Extreme Festival is proudly brought to you by Scheifler Automotive Aftermarket, Engine, Investchem, and Midas. Race number 3, it's the fastest lap from race 1 that dictates where you're going to be for the grid. You can see Graham Nathan's team, Nathan's Motorsport, working frantically to get that car back on track. Charles Smallberger's car is definitely not going to make it back out again, but we're certainly looking forward to seeing Nathan back in the hunt as they start and get prepared for race number 3. Fire has continued to rage in Quarry, and unfortunately that is going to be a little bit of a problem as we go across the line. It is Famato who was quickest in race number 1, so he will dictate the pace down towards turn 1. His teammate Sean Dermody, we're on board with him, and Nathan goes side by side with one of the Audis, looks like Michael Stephen, into turn 1.
Exactly where he wants to be. It's Gary Famato up in the front. Those Fords have been really quick over the whole weekend. Now you can just look at a clear track in front of him and make sure it holds on to the front. Look at Michael van Rooyen. He's out on the marbles, and that is the price he pays. Getting it all sideways. Looks spectacular, but he drops back a few places.
Nathan and Dermody, I think, did a bit of consoling there and did the same thing as they went a little bit wide too, and both got completely sideways coming out of engine. The Audis and Famato have pulled away ever so slightly now, and it's a 5-way battle between those 4 Audis and the lone Ford right now. Michael van Rooyen, as you can see on his inside, it's the second SMD racing machine, and Dermody sneaks through. Van Rooyen gets forced wide because Nathan comes along for the ride.
Well, Michael van Rooyen, he's really let nothing hold back over this weekend, and unfortunately it's cost him a few mistakes, and there he goes back 2 places, so he's going to have to work hard now to get back to this lot. On board is Gennaro Bonafini, right up in front of him, Henny Groeneveld.
His teammate trying to find a way past, but it's Simon Moss who's hassling him big time around the outside of Cape Town corner. Moss is not on the right line, and it's cost him nearly there. He's dropped right out of contention there. Look in the background though, as the rest of the field comes streaming through there for this first part of NPCCs. It's actually Jordan Sherritt that's leading out in the Class X's. This is on board once again with Famato, working those pedals, dancing on them nicely, onto the brakes and heel toe as they come into turn 1.
There we go, we got some passing going on in this field. Looks like Michael Stevens starting to make his way to the front. He's into 2nd place now and looking very solid in his 3rd and final race.
Michael Stevens, remember, is fighting for championship honours with the man who leads out right now, and that's exactly where he needs to be if he wants to maintain the championship lead heading into the 3rd round, his home circuit round down at Aldo Scribanti. So it looks like it's going to be a battle royal between those 2 cars, and that of course is not only for the honours here in race number 3, but honours in the overall championship as well. And Stephen has hit the front for the first time, and look at that, Groeneveld goes on his inside and goes with him.
Wow, looks like Gary Famato just made a little mistake, had to run out wide there. Actually a little bit of off-track excursion, some dust on the wheels, and now down to 3rd place.
Niaz Modak, he is leading Class X and is all over the back end of the National Production Car class and looking for a way through there on Michael van Rooyen. And whoa, Bonafini with evasive action. How did he miss that car? I don't even know it was so fast. Well done, Gennaro, for just missing out. I think that was Famato who had a little bit of an issue coming onto the back straight.
Oh, Greg, it was Gary Famato, and it looks like he's having some gear issues, missing out a couple going down the back straight, but he's still trying to hang in there as the Audis go head-to-head up in the front, and still Michael Stephen holds on to the race lead.
Junaid Slamang now moving up into 2nd place overall in Class X. He's just gone past the Shield GTI there of George Smallberger. Great to see Georgie joining the Class X for the entire season. He's going to be joined by Brennan Green and hopefully by some of these Cape Town boys as we head to PE in the next round. These guys at the front are not holding anything back, and Michael van Rooyen is in the thick of it again with Graham Nathan and Sean Dermody. All 3 of them ex-contenders in the Class T as it used to be known, now in full NPC. And I can tell you, these guys are not going to hold anything back to try and close down on the 4 Audis and Famato with a battling Ford Focus's gearbox.
Well, I'll tell you what most people don't realise is that Graham Nathan has come back onto the track after that big crash, and it's always suspect whether the car is in tip-top shape. Looks like he hasn't held anything back and enjoying a good race still in that GTR.
Yeah, the Nathan's Motorsport boys worked really hard to get it all sorted out. They got him back on circuit. That's what they needed to do, because with that new body kit on it, it's definitely making the car a little bit easier to flow through the air. Niaz Modak, though, is still on the back end of Van Rooyen, and Van Rooyen trying to find a way past, keeping his eyes on the rearview mirror for that big, powerful BMW. But on the outside now, I don't know if you're going to find a way around the outside of Graham Nathan, unless, wow, late braking like that happens, and he's gone ahead. Can you believe that? He goes side by side with Germany now. Graham Nathan wouldn't have seen that coming. They're going to go 3 abreast. 3 by 3. Chevrolet. Oh, Sean Dermody. Take that from Michael van Rooyen. I think they might have a chat about that little maneuver. Sure. Donder van Rooyen giving him a big donder there.
That's for sure. Great driving. It was just a matter of urgency. He knew he had to get past because the guys in the front are checking out. There's battles going on up in the front as well. Michael Stephen holding on for dear life ahead of Henny Groenewald and Gennaro Bonafide. I tell you what, this is going to be an exciting finish to this third and final heat.
Yeah, it's amazing stuff. Ahmed fighting it out with Jordan Sherritt and with Junaid Slamang, the two BMWs, and the third of those Ford Focuses. Now we go back into the mid-pack here, and this, of course, is what we've been watching all the time. Modak looking for a way through on Nathan. Nathan has been demoted and actually ran a little wide after that big little tap from Mr. Van Rooyen here. I think Germany might be coming to get a bit of retribution, I think.
Greg, he has the place to do it down the back straight, and Sean Dumney will be looking to try and get up on his inside, but Michael Van Rooyen, we know, is late on the brakes as we go back to our front runners, and Michael Stephen doing a great job of just hugging that inside. He's got to do it though.
Yeah, he's keeping the two Sassel Audis at bay for now. Oh, that's Nathan who's run wide at Cape Town corner. I think Graham might be just pushing his car a little bit too hard, and in fact, speaking of pushing hard, Ahmed is pushing hard as well and has done almost an identical off to what Graham Nathan was able to do. Michael Van Rooyen, speaking of offs, is into pit lane. The Williams Hunt Chev is out. That's another broken drive shaft and a really dismal way to end the Great Days racing.
Well, still Michael Stephen holds onto the front, and the two Sassel Audis right behind him. They side by side, bringing along Simon Moss as well, and Gary Formato still looking for gears, but doing a good job of sticking around with Simon Moss and the Audi.
Incredible stuff considering he's got a gearbox issue. Fighting at the front though, still up for grabs. Michael Stephen is going to have to be defensive as always. Groenewald and Bonafide are looking to pounce, but Michael Stephen realizes that if he stays in the position he is right now, he will go into his hometown and the hometown round in the lead of this overall championship.
Gennaro Bonafide, a little puff of dust there, and he doesn't mind that at all, just moves out of the way. He has a close look at what's going on the front. He can capitalize here. They get side by side. Which way is he going to go? He's going to have to think quick now.
We've got to take into account that both Henny Groenewald and Gennaro Bonafide have had a race victory here today, so they are looking for overall honours on the day as well. And a little rub there between Groenewald and Stephen has loosened the back bumper. Is that going to be costly? This is what is all about in National Production Car Championship racing, and the checkered flag comes out just in time to keep Michael Stephen ahead of the two Sassel Audis. Brilliant stuff as always, but Michael Stephen is the victor.
Tell you what, it came down to the wire. We knew it would. Michael Stephen making it three different winners on the day. Ahead of Henny Groenewald, Gennaro Bonafide, Simon Moss, Gary Formato hangs in there as well, the broken gearbox, and Sean Duminy and Jordan Sherritt ending off a good day as well.
Into round three, Henny Groenewald with a 1-point lead over Michael Stephen, just beating him at the end. Gennaro Bonafide in third, and Gary Formato here in fourth place.
We had a disappointing round. We got some points though. For some reason the drive shafts had an issue this weekend. We're not exactly sure what it is, but I'm sure the team will fix it before we get to Aldo Scribanti, and I'm sure we're going to have a strong showing there.
Championship leader now, Henny Groenewald.
Really good racing. I think that was fair all day through. Unfortunately, that second position, we thought we had a real go there to get the win, and Michael drove a superb race, a lot of defensive driving. Obviously they're keeping us back there to the line. It was really close, but pretty happy that we could have a good day for Sassel.
Heading to his home circuit now, Michael Stephen will look to retake the lead of the championship.
Pace and racecraft are two different things. I managed to get past Henny into turn one. Having started third, I was up the inside. And Gary, unfortunately for him, missed a gear, I think on lap 3, and I managed to slip past, and from there I could defend till the end.